What's the most difficult part of watching your daughter struggle? Which was the worst one that when you saw it, broke your heart?
There were many. The one that broke my heart is when we had to tie her. There were so many things, but the fact that, you are sleeping, you've tied her, tying everywhere.
Yes, Mama Mary, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine.
You're doing fine. Before we switched on the camera, you told me no Kiswahili.
Yes.
Why no Kiswahili?
I don't want to shame myself here. I am a teacher of English, and that's all I'm fluent in.
Yeah, fluent in. It was the first disclaimer that you did. No Kiswahili.
No Kiswahili. Let me defend myself.
In English?
Yes.
Have a glass of water.
Thank you so much.
In Kiswahili we say, piga kopo la maji.
Thank you.
You good?
I'm good.
Before we started this, you told me you have a story about how depressed your daughter was until she died.
Yes.
And that's the basis of your story today.
Yes.
Wow. Introduce yourself, Mary.
My name is Mary Olo.
Mary Olo.
Atieno Olo.
Hometown?
My hometown is Siaya County, the then Siaya district when I was born. Yes.
How many were you in the family?
We were 8. 8 boys, 8 girls. I am the second last.
The second last.
Girl. And what has happened, we were 8, but now we are only 3. The rest have gone. All the boys in the compound have gone, and my firstborn sister. So we are remaining 3 of us. And even my parents. So my home right now is closed.
Oh, sorry. So mom, by then, what was mom's profession? What was dad's profession by then?
My parents' profession was nothing. They didn't go to school. And it is those days. They never went to school, so they never... My mother had no profession, but my father had a profession. He became a driver with the orphanage, Nairobi orphanage. So that was his profession. But my mother, a housewife, and a caretaker for us, which she did very well.
Oh, she was a home. She was taking care of you while at home.
While at home.
Okay, now school. Your school life.
My school life started in the village, Simenya Primary School. I went there up to class 4. When I started, that was the year 79. And then when I reached from class 4, my uncle, my paternal uncle, my father's younger brother, plucked me from the village. When I say plucked, I believe you understand. To an international school in Zambia. He was a diplomat, an economist, so he would go to places 5-6 years. So he came and plucked me. So when I say he plucked me, it did very well. Because those days, the girls never liked school. In fact, they would leave school. In fact, all my sisters ran away from school. All the girls around, they would run away, 14, 15. They just disappear, and then after some time, after 1 month, they would come back home carrying a box on the head. In other words, it was a sign that I am from marriage. I've been married. And again, what I'll say, because my mother was illiterate, she would be very excited. She would never see it in terms of education. She would be excited. My girl has come. She's married. And so my sisters, they left school class 6, class 5, class 6, class 5. In fact, one of them was so bright until my father even took her to a boarding school. And then she left just like that. And so when my uncle plucked me out, I'm so happy. Unfortunately, he died. May he rest in peace. And it is because of that uncle, Edwin, that you can see me sitting here speaking English. Because I went there, I learned. When I came back here, we came back in the year 1982, there was a coup. Some people had not been born, I cannot tell who. Then 82. So in short, I stayed there for over 5 years, class 4 to Form 1, term 1. Then when his time expired, we had to come back. So when I came back in the year 1982...
So he died while in Zambia?
No. I'm coming to that.
Okay.
We came back in the year 1982 after term 1, Form 1. Then I should be in secondary, but because there was a coup, and because we were from there, the entire 1982, I stayed home. So it is again in 1983, this very good uncle of mine got for me a school. He got for me a national school, Moi Girls High School, Eldoret, then Highlands. I hope you are getting.
Yes.
Then I went there, I did Form 1 to 6. I'm sure you're aware there was advanced level, Form 1 to 6. So I was there for 4 years and passed. And then I went to Kenyatta University, did Bachelor of Education. So right now I'm a professional teacher of English in secondary school. And then if I go back, you're asking about my uncle. Unfortunately, he passed on in the year 1989 when I was about to join the university.
Oh. Okay. Continue. So you graduated in which year?
I graduated in the year 1992.
1992.
Yes, then I like it. Let me go back a little. When I say he plucked me, there is a reason. When he plucked me from Simenya Primary School, his village, I left that school with one sentence in English. And the sentence is, please teacher, can I go to the latrine? One sentence. And then I was taken to an international school. When it is international, meaning of nationalities. Even me, I was from another country. So you can imagine.
So you go to that school, you find that there are a kid from South Africa.
All nationalities, Wazungu, Wahindi, Nigeria, wherever, Tanzania, from Kenya, is me. So one sentence in English, okay? So what happened is that, by the way, I'm 2 years behind because when I went there in class 4, the entire year now I wasn't able to go to school. And the issue is that it was let her learn some English. But you know, when you are in the house, it's impossible. And life was so difficult, Edwin, because my uncle is a Luo, my aunt is a lawyer, the house girl or the house manager there is a Zambian. I don't know English, I don't know Kiswahili. And then my uncle would forever be out. Are you getting? So communication, zero. I can't talk Kiswahili, I can't talk English. The maid, so that was the issue. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to learn English. So by third term, they decided, let her go to school. The very school my aunt was teaching, my aunt is still there. We are still friends. I'm sure she will watch me. We still talk up to today. So I went there, and because of the fact that I was with other pupils, I was able to catch. I remember we started reading some books, Mills and Boons, James Hadley Chase, so I caught up. So why am I saying that? I went there with one sentence in English, but now I am a teacher of English.
Well.
Thank you.
So bring me forward. You've graduated.
I've graduated in the year 1992. Of course, those days, as you graduate, when you are about to leave, if it is December, the letter is ready. So from there, I was taken to a school in the village, Chianda High School. So that's where I started. It was a school very remote, far away. The nearest town, Kisumu. So it was so remote, and there I can tell you we had a different name. The teachers there, we would call ourselves Ajeri. Ajeri is the word jerry can. So I'll explain why. Because it was so remote, and then transport system was so bad. After 2 o'clock, no vehicle would be going back to Kisumu. So what happened is that we'd wait for end of the month. And those days, there was no online banking, there was no ATM, it had to be the bank. So we'd wait the 30 days. So if you are going to Kisumu, you carry a jerry can. So that you will buy, is it called mafuta? A lot.
The kerosene.
Yes. So that you spend another 30 days. So we were referred to as a jerry. So I stayed there until 1996, and then I came to Nairobi. Then I was posted to a school, Nairobi Milimani Secondary School, now State House Boys. Yes. So after that, I was transferred. Now I'm in another school next to where I stay.
So tell me how you met your spouse now.
I met my spouse, when we were in the village was so bad. So every time I had a brother in town, so every holiday I would come to Nairobi. Every holiday I would come to Nairobi. My brother, we were actually staying in Kawangware. So how I met him, before I came, my brother told me he had moved to another place. So it is only my uncle who would show me the place. My uncle was a security officer in gender bias watchman at ICA building. So it is in ICA building that my former husband was working as a bank, in the bank, something like that.
Oh, he was a banker?
Yes, he was a banker at Pan-Afric, but by the time I met him, he had moved to whatever he was doing in ICA, but still on the line of banking.
So tell us that day that you guys met and how.
I can't forget it. So I went there to my uncle.
Okay.
The issue was I was going to my uncle, I let him finish his day, and then he would take me to my brother's house. Little did I know, Edwin, that as I was going, this husband of mine had known everything about me. So my uncle had been telling him everything about me. I had been to Zambia, so he knew everything. You know, the way I come, you know everything about me. Only my name, maybe I would tell. So he knew everything. So when I went there, you know, where my uncle, being a security officer, I would only stand with him wherever, the corridor. Then he went inside, and he motioned to him. So he came out, it's like he's going somewhere. And then there was introduction, my uncle, in Luo we don't call it my niece, my daughter. Then he stopped. Then we talked. So as we were talking later on, I realized he knew everything about me. And he just asked me, okay, would you mind, maybe you come back, we can take a cup of tea, something like that. I told myself, why not? Am I not from the village? And I'm going to Kawangware, why not? So I came. And I was scared, so I got another very good friend of mine who are partners up to today from college. And we met together. So I kept on telling her, Emma.
So your first date, you went with a friend?
Yes. He didn't know, I think you understand me. So I said, Emma, we were so free up to today. You come to town, there's this and this going on, let's go together. If he fails to come, we shall be together. If he comes, you shall greet him and leave us together. So we went together, and indeed we took some cup of tea together, and then Emma left. So that's how we met. And that's how we met, and we moved on, and then we started living together. 1995.
1995.
Yeah. And then I still thank him, by the way. May his soul rest in peace. But remember, I was in the village. So bad, by the way. I was not so good there, but I would do my work. So because I met him, he knew, and I keep on saying he really knew people, and it is because of him that I got a transfer to Nairobi. It was not easy to get transfers. In fact, where our headquarters were, it was normal for the file to be lost, blah, blah, something like that. But when I met him and he started working on the transfer, the transfer came in less than an hour. Yes.
He was that powerful?
The people he knew.
The people he knew?
So he knew people. So I'll still tell you that he knew somebody called Mohammed in State House, and that Mohammed connected him to the then, those days, Minister for Education, Kamotho. And I believe you remember. So they went to the office, to the Mr. Kamotho's office. Then Mr. Kamotho, from what he tells me, took a phone and called. And when he called, he talked about the transfer. Naturally, they would say there is no space, and so I remember the exact words that were said, kindly transfer on humanitarian grounds. So in 1 hour, I had a transfer, and the transfer was on humanitarian grounds. So that's how I came to Nairobi, and I'm grateful up to today. Yeah. Then we started living together, and by the year 1997, September, we got our first child, Daisy, the reason why I'm here.
Daisy, the reason why you're here. Continue.
Yes, so Daisy was born on 10th of September 1997, and in October, a month later, he lost his job. Those days, there was banks were under what is called liquidation, so he lost his job. A month after, Daisy was from hospital, so he stayed at home. 97 from October, 98, 99, 2000, 2001 around Feb.
He was jobless?
Yes. So he was in the house. He would sit in the house, and he never used to drink, he never used to take tobacco, so he was in the house. The only thing he would do is read. So I was working, so I'm the one who was actually managing everything, and we lived well for those years. The truth is, nobody, and he actually also said, and even the relatives, nobody would tell that no job is in this house, maybe there is that problem, I'm sure you are aware of such, for over 3 years. Then 2001, January 2001, I have my last borns. They are twins. They are boys. They were born. So when they were born, he still didn't have a job. January, everything I still had to take care of. There was no complaint.
Your job was well paying?
Teacher Service Commission, I am employed by the government. Well paying or not well paying, I had money. Okay. I had money. So we struggled. But we struggled well, and we lived well.
So you used to live in which estate?
Gumba.
Gumba Estate?
Gumba Estate.
Oh, yeah, near breweries here?
Just here.
Okay.
Gumba Estate. So we lived there. So 2001, I've told you he still didn't have a job by the time the boys were born. And then it is the same 2001 that mobile phones came. There's a reason why I'm saying. And then he had a very good friend who had actually stood with us, and I can say that when he had a job, he had many friends. Many friends. And I can assure you, for all that time I would stay with him. On weekends, I would never sit on these chairs, because from 9 o'clock, friends would come in. They come, they go, they come, they go. When he lost this job, he lost his friends. Only 2 remained. They could be watching, and they know they are the only ones who remained, and they took care of us. In fact, they would come and do shopping for us. You know, a box with everything. It's like a child. So they did a lot for us. Only 2 people remained. So what I'm saying, after during that 201, that's when the mobile phone came. And one of his friends who was taking care of us was in that line and introduced him to that business. You know, when it started, all was well, distribution. So he started becoming rich. He became rich instantly because he could get even 20,000 per day.
He was selling mobile phones.
It has just come. So there's distribution, there's this, there's that, there's that, there's that. I think you understand. So because it has just come, there's still that.
So there was demand.
Demand, yeah, that's exactly demand.
He was supplying the mobile phones.
Oh yes. So he would work 7 days. After all, it's money. And every single day it was normal. He could get 20,000. Remember, he has been in the house for all that time. So it was good. He got a job. And I've always said this, there are advantages and disadvantages in everything. So when he got the job, it was an advantage. Now the disadvantage came. The moment he started getting job, he turned. He now started forgetting me. Then he started his own life. What I can say...
when you say forgetting you, what did he do?
He started now behaving against me. In other words, he started his own way. In other words, he started getting into extramarital affairs. That is the issue. And I keep on saying, I normally talk like that. He must have looked at me and said, what have I been doing with this black? Are you getting? So he started getting into extramarital affairs. And that's where the problem started. So remember, I'm from the hospital like 1 month.
From giving birth to the twins?
The other one is 4 years, so they are still 3. Then it started after 1 month. Exactly after 1 month. Are you getting me? So it started. And I was able to detect. I could see the time he comes, the kind of food, what he doesn't want anymore. I could tell from his attitude, his speech. So I was able to get all this. Then remember, I'm from hospital. And from hospital, with the time, it was not a very good, when I was in hospitals, 1 or 2 things came up, so I became a little bit sick here and there. Then I became well. But this continued. That is 2001. Let me say March, mid-March, that's when it all started. So I was seeing it. But I always say some wisdom. Sometimes you use your eyes. I always talk of sometimes silence is a power. So I would use my eyes. I would see. So in short, I was able to move on. I actually tolerated. I kept everything for the next 1 year. Some things were so bad, but there was never any violence at all. But you know, sometimes violence, even if it is not violence, the other way is even worse. Okay? So when that was 201, but by June 202, I decided to move.
What is it? What did he do that now made you to call it quits?
What happened is that I want to believe when such a thing is happening, relationship begins to drift. And I knew he was having extramarital affairs. And I've always told myself, there are issues outside there. You know, there are things you can get. There are so many things, consequences of that on me. Me, I'm in the house. One thing, I can get a disease. Another one, this and that, and come. So I had told myself, I cannot stop him from that, but I can stop myself from getting into something that I wouldn't like. So I decided to
How did you take it?
That is the question. So at one time, I remember that time very much. Those days, there were no phones. If I had recorded, he didn't like it at one time. I really didn't stop completely, but at one time I stopped. He came, of course, as usual, asked. Then I gave a reason, and then I went sleeping. I went on sleeping in the bedroom. I fell asleep. When I woke up, I checked the time. It was like almost an hour. This person is not here. Then nothing else occurred to me. I'm like, hey, what could be happening? Did somebody go to the toilet? Maybe somebody sick. So, I got up. I went to the toilet. I checked. He wasn't there. Then the toilet, the sitting room, it was directly on the right side. When I checked, he was sitting in the sitting room in darkness. Television was off. Music was on. Now, the kind of music that was there was a red flag. There was this one called Skuma Binongaro. Kifo, something like that. Are you getting? So when I saw him there, I told myself, at least he's not sick. Are you getting? So I went back to sleep. But as I went back to sleep, something occurred to me. What kind of music is that? He seated there listening to Kifo, something like that. Then, when we go to bed, the kind of clothes you wear, the night clothes, I decided I don't know what happened, but I just decided to dress myself in a proper way and then went back to sleep. After like 5 minutes, he must have noticed I had gone there. He came back. He came back in a form that to me was extraordinary. He was just breathing. Are you getting? So I'm able to see some things. Then when he came, he just took the blanket, and he told me, get out, go away. You know why I've been, of course, in the language. You know why I brought you here? Get out. And he was really breathing. That breathing was not in order. I have understood some things. It's like the mind was elsewhere. Very risky. So I became very wise. And it was about 3. I remember it was 5 minutes past 3. I became wise. Remember, I was dressed. When he told me, get up, and then I told myself, keep quiet, because had I continued talking, something would have happened. So I became wise. When he told me, get up, I got up. I had dressed. I took a sweater. I took my mobile. It is 5 minutes past 3, but Gumba is very safe. His sister used to live in the same place, and we were in good terms. So I walked out. And I walked out, and it prevented me. I would not be here. Because had I continued, I would be dead. Are you getting? So I walked to my sister-in-law's place. Of course, I met the security. Yes, what can
This was after you told him that you want out.
Pardon?
This was after you've told him that now you want the separation.
No. I haven't said. I'm telling you how it came to.
Okay.
Yes, so when he was not sleeping, I went to check on him, and then I heard that music, and then he came back and just removed the blankets and told me to leave. Separation has not come in. So I walked to the sister's place. It was a short distance, but on the way, it's around 3. So I met some security officers. It's like they were asking me, could there be a problem? They were very good. Maybe there's a problem. I said, no. We have a sick person, but there's a relative here. I'm going, and it's okay. It's just there. So I went there, and they opened the door, and they had already known what is happening. So even when I went there, they just told me, gave me a blanket, told me, you rest there. When the morning comes, we shall talk. It was a Saturday. But they knew, his sister knew issues that have been happening. So that day, I stayed there. Remember, I've left the children with him. So the whole day, we stayed there. The sister, we talked. But his sister knew. So when we talked, and I remember, and I quote the sister, Min Daisy, in Kijaluo, I'll just translate. Whatever is going on, we have already been seeing. It is not right for me to tell you to leave, or because whatever is happening in that house is like you are sitting on a time bomb. Are you getting?
Mm-hmm.
All she talked to herself, when things are bad, somebody can leave, or because things are not okay. She never told me to leave. But when we talk, I just told her, whatever has happened, I have made my decision. I am going to leave because I would rather live and live in peace than remain and die. So that day, I definitely went back. So when I went back, I had already decided myself that I'm leaving. He didn't know, because even his sister talked to him. So when I was going, by the way, when I went very late in the evening, he was very pleased because he had remained with the children and she's back. So I decided to play all is well. So when I went back, we talked well and we continued being well. He stopped this and that. He did not know that I had decided that I'm going to leave.
Mm.
Are you getting? I told his sister, and his sister actually told me, you know what you can do, you go to your brother for the time being. I said, no. My brother has a wife, my brother has his children. Why should I go to intrude? And again, I work in State House and the Kawangware is far. Let me make the decision. And my decision is to escape death. Because whatever is happening.
But you said he was not a violent person.
He wasn't violent. That's why I'm telling you, at no time did he beat me. Mm. But the way he behaved that day, because he was not in his own mind. And that is when you can end up doing something without having planned or known. At no day did he, no violence. That one I can say no.
Uh-huh.
Are you getting?
So you left?
Living, I'll tell you. So when I went back, we stayed for like 2 weeks. But within these 2 weeks, I had got a house in the same Gumba. And why did I do that? I am actually very proud, and I inherited the word pride from my father. Mm-hmm. I got a house in the same Gumba estate because the firstborn was also going to a school there, but that was not a reason. I got a house in 2 weeks. So I had my keys in the house for 2 weeks. I would go to work, come back. Sometimes I go, I check my house. 2 weeks. So when it was like, I remember I still, by the way, I went away again on a Saturday. So what happened is that on that day, I talked to the people who will come and help me move. And I go back to the word pride. So proud was I that I left without taking anything else in that house except the basics. Just a bed, my personal clothes, the children's clothes, a carpet. There's a carpet there. I hope you are hearing. So you know when these people come in, when you tell them you are moving, when they enter here, the first thing they will grab is that chair, okay? So I told them, no, let me tell you what to carry. So that's when I'll tell them, take this bed, take this one, take this one. So there were very few things. So when I went to my house, it was bare. I hope you are getting me. Yeah. So when I say I'm proud, I told myself, yes, I have a job. Let me just go and start my life on my own. So that's how I left. No TV, no nothing, just those things. No curtains. And let me tell you something. Where I went, it was a flat. Mm-hmm. So the neighbors, people are not the same. So it was normal when people came, you know, I had children, so they would stray, so it was normal. Sometimes their children would come to my house, they would come, and then the issue was, hey, what kind of house is this? So bare, no chair, no. So, you know, the talk started spreading. Yeah. But I could not tell anybody that was mine. I was proud that I was in a bare house. At least I had the children, and then not even something to cook. No, I got a stove. Are you getting? But I had my own tabletop somewhere, so I sent for it from the village. Then I started my life. So the neighbors would talk, but I didn't give them any. But with time, I was working. I was able to buy this, buy that,
So
buy
you took
that.
the kids with you?
Yeah, I took the children with me, same estate.
Okay.
But the big one had started school. So I went, and then a maid. I had a maid. So it was me, my 3 kids, and a maid. So when I left him, nobody would know I had left him because the curtains were there. Everything was normal. I hope you are getting what you are saying. So I kept on. I started living. So what I'll say that he did, which is good, may his soul rest in peace. He continued taking care of the children in school. And I'm happy because there was no antagonism. There is no issue. We went to court or there's children something. No, he just continued. He didn't even tell me. So he continued. He educated them. That one he did, no problem. And that is why, and I kept on telling you, we remained in relations. We separated, but outside we would meet. Because we have the children, even their school, we would meet. And when we met, we would talk, and an outsider would not tell that we don't live together. So that warm relationship was there. So that is why, as we continued living, I keep on saying, whether we separated or not, he remained the father. I remained the mother. So the children still belong to him. So I set them free. So that there's that interaction. Remember, the big one is 4 years. So from that time, there was still that relationship with the children. He took very good care of them. And apart from that, without me asking, he would bring us shopping, very massive shopping. So let me say the truth, there he did so well. Yeah. I continue. Then that was now from 202. I left the house up to tomorrow. So I've been away. Remember, my kids, the last ones were 1 year and 4 months. Now they are 25, the twins. Daisy was 4 years, and she died in the year, in December 2024. She was 27 years. So what is happening is that I am here actually to explain why Daisy has died. And Daisy died of what is called depression.
Your daughter, your first daughter?
My first daughter is Daisy. When she died in 2024, the cause of death, like in all deaths, this one was depression. So the depression, if I will continue by explaining, depression, she got into depression. She started depression in the year 2022. If I go back, I'll again say I set them free. So Daisy is the one that was close to him. It was normal for me to let her go and visit him. After all, I still repeat, he's still a father. He would take care of their education. So Daisy would visit them. Daisy was actually a very good friend of his wife.
Oh, your husband remarried again?
He remarried. In fact, he remarried immediately. Let me tell you the truth. When I was still in his place, remember, I've just given birth to the 2 boys, 201. By the end of that year, by the time I was leaving 202, June, he came, he brought the girl in the very same house with the firstborn. So there is a very short, just months apart between mine and that one. So he got her straight, brought her to that house straight. Yes. So Daisy continued seeing him. It was normal because over December, he got into some big money. He would take them to Mombasa. There was nothing wrong. So there was that very good relationship. Now what happened, I did not know that behind my back as she was growing, he started what is called brainwashing. He started brainwashing Daisy. So brainwashing meaning he would tell her, Oh, everything negative about me. She's bad. She's very poor. She lives in the slums. She is the reason why we separated. In fact, when we separated, she cleared my house, which is not true. I've told you what I took. So naturally, the girl started inculcating all these things, brainwashing. Now, I did not know because I've told you Daisy was 4 years, but by the time this started, she had reached secondary school. So when she was now growing up, that's what he had already been telling her. So she started, she didn't like me. Later on, she didn't like me because she was told she's bad, she's this and that. Therefore, she did not like me. But at no time did I ever see anything. There is no time she showed any indiscipline, she showed any disrespect to me. So I could not tell.
Mm-hmm.
I hope you are getting. So I am bad. But she was staying with me. Remember, she's staying in my house, but I'm bad. The father is good. The father has money. Another thing that happened, he started brainwashing her. Then, let me say in good way, he got into big money. When I say big money, it was big money. Then he used his money to spoil this girl. When I say spoiling, if I tell you the things you do to this girl, school, shopping, anything she wanted, the money is there, anything. And because of that, he spoiled her education. I am a teacher, so it is me who knew best. When she did her class 8, it is me who knew what kind of school. I am a teacher, so I took her to a school that I know is okay. Form 1. Term 2, I want to believe because of money, he transferred her to a school, name withheld. Now that school, when he transferred, he didn't tell me. He just came one day, he has bought everything, texts the child and tells me she's going to another school. So I'm asking, which school? The name was mentioned. I will not mention the name, but I told him, and I quote, whatever you have done is not in order. Number 1, you didn't tell me. Number 2, this school you have chosen, no. Here, there is no passing. I am a teacher, and I know. If you had wanted her to be transferred, we ought to have sat together and decided what kind of school. And I repeated, being a teacher here, no. And indeed, because of that, she was unable to do much.
Mm-hmm.
So in short, he spoiled her, he brainwashed her, spoiled her with money, and therefore, because of that, the girl, my father is number 1. I hope we are getting. So I'm talking of that so that I tell you where depression comes in. Unfortunately, 2018, her father passed on. May he rest in peace.
Do you know what killed him?
Yes, he had kidney issues, there was diabetes, hypertension. So that's how he died. May God rest his soul in peace.
Mm-hmm.
So what now happened, I've talked of brainwashing, I've talked of the money issue, then I'm now telling you how depression came in. Depression came in because of guilt. Daisy started dealing with guilt. How did this guilt come in? This father who was rich, this father who was good, this father who did nothing wrong has died. This mother who was poor, this mother who was bad, this mother who was negative, 100% is the one remaining. And now I am remaining with this mother. So where is guilt coming in? So in short, she was actually very affected when the father died. Out of the 3, she's the one who mourned. these two were never close. So she really mourned. So for a long time, actually, she was unable to get over the loss of her father. But now the word guilt, when I say guilt, she is now living with this mama who was bad. So where is the guilt coming in? As much as I was being told she was bad, she was this, she was poor, but she's been taking care of me. One time she actually came to me and she was crying when this issue of depression has begun. She was crying and she told me many things. She told me, number one, Mom, we are so grateful that you have been able to build for us a house and each of us has a bedroom. I long to be like you in future. Number two, she tells me, Mom, after Dad died, I was sure you are going to throw me out of the house. Throwing her out of the house meaning, why don't you go and live with your other mother? Because they were friends like this. They were such friends that they would even talk about me. Are you hearing what she said? And let me say, fortunately, she also got a child in the year 2020. So number three, she told me, and I still quote, as if that is not enough, she would also speak English. I even added you a burden by bringing in a child. So in short, where is the guilt coming in? She was so bad, but she's even able to take care of me and my child. So where is the guilt coming in? She does not know how to now live with me, who has been bad, according to her, according to the father. But I have taken care of her well. I want to believe, I believe sometimes it happens when you believe somebody so bad. You say this, and then the person does the opposite. At the end of the day, you are like, hey, whatever I was saying, is it really okay? That is the guilt. So it is that guilt that now started. So we thought 2020, we thought that would have been the reason when the child came. That is the reason why this thing was coming. So I was thinking something like postpartum. Of course, I inquired, but I was told that one is usually immediate. So it was this issue of the father has died that was building up. So it is in 2022, January. I remember we were celebrating the girls, got a girl's birthday, but she was distant. Are you getting? So that is why how things started coming in, some things coming in. Then with time, at one time, how it started, she was sent to the shop. And when she came back running. You know, running as if somebody is running after you. She came running. Then she's telling us, so-and-so is running after me, so-and-so is running after me. Then because of that, I noticed something is wrong, and I decided to take her to hospital. The first place you take her, the normal hospital. So I took her to the normal hospitals. They checked on her. After they checked, they came back and told me this is psychological. And therefore, the best hospital that we can tell you to take her is those that deal with psychological. So what I'm saying is, it was my first time I took her to Mathare Hospital. Then it used to be called Mental, but now it's Mathare National Hospital. I stepped there. I never thought I would step there. So when I stepped there, naturally, they checked on her, and then she was treated in that line. When we went back, that was 2022, January. And even when she was being treated, I still had to go to hospital. And when I went to hospital from 2022 to 2024, Daisy underwent all those tests, MRI, scan. There are several, I don't know whether it's EGG or ECG, but those that were able to check whether there's anything wrong with the brain. But thank you, nothing was wrong. So it was mainly psychiatric, and all those terms, there was psychosis, schizophrenia, all those. So because of that, she had to go on the side of psychiatrist. So that is how she was being treated. So when I went to hospital, naturally she's given the drugs and so on. And that was January. She became well. And then there is something called relapse. Because in the same year, 24th of December, remember tomorrow is Christmas, you even done shopping, you bought meat and so on. We took lunch and around 3, she relapsed. She started all that, so there was no Christmas, no nothing.
So this time that she relapses, what was she doing? Was she violent, or how was she behaving?
Thank you for those questions. I have them. That day, she just lay prostrate. And she just started talking. She's seeing, I know when it comes to that, I know those things. She sees things, she started seeing things that are not there. I know there's something called hallucination. There's something called, which is the other one? There's hallucination, if I remember, I'll say that you see things, you hear things. So she lay prostrate, she was talking. It's a long journey because that is what she did that. So when I saw that, again, I didn't think of Madare immediately because she's been taking drugs. So I had to take her to the normal hospitals. That's when she was done for MRI, brain scan, so many. But they checked and they found nothing is wrong with her brain, which was very good. So it remained. It narrowed down to psychiatric. That is when I had to see psychiatrist. So she was being treated under all that. So when I say that there's relapsing, that 2022, December, she went on by January, all is well. Until 23rd October 2023. If I go back, remember she was in college. Because of this, she spent like 2 years, all is well. Then when it started, it interfered. In short, she could not continue with the college. In short, when she came out after 2022, 2023, I took her now to a tailoring course. Are you getting?
Yes.
So 2023 October, I am a teacher, so we had closed that day. No, we hadn't closed. By the way, that day I had actually forgot my phone at home. So when I went to school, when I went back, I found over 12 missed calls. And anyway, when I reached, I found her. And when I found her, she had some bruises. So the lady who managed to bring her told me everything. So they even fell down. She tells me they took a boda. So, you know, that kind of, she told me she started behaving in a very strange way, something like that. So she took a boda. I had never told her, and brought her. Then in the way, you know, when you're on the boda and you are not steady, they had to fall down. Something like that. Nothing much went, but she had bruises. So that was the second relapse, 2023. Then it went on well. She became okay. Then 2024, I still remember 8th of November 2024, relapse. We used to go to church, but you know, all this time now, skin. I kept on looking at her, skin. So she relapsed, and this time she relapsed in a very strange way. She relapsed in a strange way because our church, our pastor, good enough, had bought for them Bibles, those who didn't have. Then I noticed she started overreading this Bible. You know, overreading. The Bible is not a novel. You look for this verse, but she would read it as a novel. Then I noticed that at one time this Bible is being read upside down. I noticed I have all those things I was able to see in her. I have them everywhere. I noticed that sometimes she had her own room. You know, when you enter a room and somebody's there, naturally they would see you've entered. She would not notice that I've entered. She's with the Bible. Like that, like that. So I noticed something. This is a relapse. Indeed, after that, she started the talking, the whatever. There were so many things. There are so many things. And I have all those symptoms. I have all those scenarios of somebody with that kind of issue, psychosis, schizophrenia. I'll mention one or two. In that state, depression is you are far from reality, so you don't get to know everything. So one of them, there are very many. It was normal. She could remove her clothes
and walk naked in the house.
Yes. For me, who understood them, I'll talk about it. Things were not so good. And remember, I have these two boys. So if I can say something, 2022 relapse, 2023 relapse, 2024 relapse. Now this one was the worst. But in those 3 years, my house did not know sleep, did not know appetite, did not know peace, did not know unity. When it comes to unity, I'll tell you, remember I have these two boys. Me, I was able to understand what is going on, but these two boys could not understand. If I tell you what was happening there, but I'll let you know because it's important that people also know what is happening. These two boys did not understand that she was sick. According to them, she brought it on herself. And let me tell you what was happening. It reached a stage that we had to tie her because of that issue. It was normal. There are so many things we did.
You were tying her with ropes?
Yes, mental. So that she does not move, to prevent her from movement.
Okay.
Because and when they are in that state, they are very tough, very strong, and can be violent. So, like at night, another thing, when I say not sleep, she would just wake up and talk, and talk, and talk anything. So what you do, instead of her moving, we would tie her. Several times we tied her. And I go back to these boys. They did not understand. And with the time, they felt that it was too much. And I remember, and I can quote, one of them actually told me, one time she was trying to get out. Then I called them, so and so. Why don't you come and help me tie her? Do you know I called? And they ignored. This one ignored. One ignored. Then I called the other one. The other one doesn't really talk, so he just ignored. But this other one, and I quote, he just stood there like this, watching me. And then he tells me, Mom, I don't know Kiswahili, so I'll say it in English. We gave you a solution to this problem, and you have refused to do it. So we have left you alone. In other words, they became two of them. Now, what was the solution? They had told me, throw her out. I have a gate. Throw her out. Get her out of the gate closed so she's outside. Edwin, as a parent, would you do that? You can't. Throw her out to where? At her state, she will be roaming all over, and you know what happens if you let her roam all over, And again, where I stay, there is some kind of a river. It would be, she could walk there and jump into the river. So by this time, she had a child, right? Where was the child? She was there. Was she able to recognize the child? No, that's a very good question. When I went to the hospital, the doctor told me, because it's now mental, The doctor told me, you have to give all those issues, child and so on. The doctor told me, and maybe let me quote, take care of her, take care of yourselves. Because in that state, because remember it is a departure from reality, they don't know what they are doing. They are prone to violence. Are you getting? So on many occasions, she would project such. So many times, this girl, she would hit. At one time, I was outside near the gate. I was actually, I like sugarcane. Then I heard the little girl cry. The second cry, I thought it was strange, so I went running with my sugarcane. When I went running, I found she had lifted the girl and dropped her. Are you getting? So I keep on saying, had I not been there, that girl would not be alive today. But I still say, because many people don't understand, in that state, she does not know. So somebody else, I'll talk about it. You will blame her. If anything, you will beat her, you will do this. But the truth is, she does not know. Many times she would hit this child. Are you getting? Yeah, so, and again, with that mental issue, the doctor told us, and I would read a lot over the Google. There is what is called suicidal tendencies. Are you getting?
Suicidal tendencies.
Yes. So she tried 3 times in that house. She tried to commit suicide. It is part and parcel of that. Because she does not know, they don't know what they are doing. Are you getting? So she tried at one time. And I always say, if I had not been around, she would have died. She would have committed suicide. Because, and I was told, and I know everything. At one time, Hannah, I remember my cousin came and we were in the sitting room. Then I said, let's go and see her. Had we not gone there, she would have already done that. So we found her with a hanger. In short, after that, we had to remove such things. Hanger, sheets, any cords, anything, net, to let her avoid. So you had to keep on that. So she could kill herself. She could kill you. I have watched and seen so many places somebody stabs. To an outsider, you don't know the reason. But to an insider, like I am an insider, you know it is because of that state, which is departure from reality. So they really don't know what they're doing. So that is how it happened. So during that time, I've told you no peace, because at night, at one time, by the way, we were all in the sitting room. We would all bring our mattresses. I still thank my other boys for helping. We would put our mattresses so that we all check on her. Some can be sleeping, some can be checking. So we have our mattresses there, her mattress is there. She can wake up anytime she walks. So at least somebody is up.
What's the most difficult part of watching your daughter struggle? Which was the worst one that when you saw it, broke your heart?
There were many. There were many. There were so many. I've said, I've written an article. There are so many. There were very many. I don't know which one to say, but
that one that just was extreme. The extreme one that really broke your heart.
The one that broke my heart is when we had to tie her. There were so many things, but the fact that, you are sleeping, you've tied her, tying everywhere. Which means she cannot go to the toilet. So that is the one that really, really, really broke my heart.
Now, can you describe the day now she died? She passed on. Can you tell us?
Okay, the day she died. Let me tell you, I told you this relapse was the worst. Because I knew the others, give me 1 month, she would be okay. But this one, she when she started, she developed some things which were not in the other one. Number one, remember she was taking medicine. Then with the time she had to struggle. From my reading, I know I know the reason why she was, you had to give her by force. I know the reason. Then she stopped eating. Of course, without eating, the drugs are not effective.
Effective, yes.
Then something else, I'm telling you, these ones were now the worst. She developed, I checked on Google, I'm not a doctor, but it is called incontinence? Or let me just use layman's language. She was no longer, it's like the system was failing. She would never go to the toilet in the normal way. In other words, it was normal for her to urinate on the bed. And she's 27. Are you getting?
I'm getting.
You are getting. So it was normal for me. I would put for her, let me use Kiswahili, Kijaluo juala, spread on the bed, because she doesn't know. So in the morning when she wakes up, the entire. Another thing, she would not bathe. So in short, came a time when I was doing everything for her. It is me to get her from the bed. I'm the one to remove her clothes. I would bathe her. I would dry her. I would oil her. I'm the one to comb her hair. I would help her. You tell her dress she wants. So again, that was the very worst. So things were not okay.
Now, coming to the day that she now passed.
Yes.
Tell us the story.
The story, I would still take her to a hospital, and then she developed low BP. I know about blood pressure. Me, I'm on high blood pressure. Yes, it's low. I believe that is the one. So it was low, something like that. So many times she would, I don't know what term to use, she would fall, like stagger. I believe that is
she
pressure.
Faint. Oh.
Something like that.
Okay.
Yes, so the day she was dying, I remember she was in her room, and then one of the brothers was with her, and then she started talking of, oh, I need this one of asthma. What is it called? Inhaler. Something like that. Then I was a bit awake kidogo. Then the brother was like, no, they don't know anything. I said, no. Mommy, why should you? Inhaler is for those for asthmatic. At one time, I had a student who was asthmatic. You are not like that. Then I remember, and I quote her word. She kept on, the brother, they don't understand. So it's like, Daisy, you are disturbing her. Why is this something like this? And then I remember her saying, understand me. Those were her words, understand me. So later on, she cooled down. Then she lay there. And then we are in the sitting room. Then when she walked up to go to the toilet, the corridor, she just lay down there on her back. Then when we took her, of course, we dragged her to the bed, and then we went back to the sitting room. Then as a mother, you can't stay. I again went back. Edwin, what I saw. When I went back, we had put her on the bed. It's like she was trying to get out. So when she got out, I found her kneeling with her head on the bed. Okay? She's kneeling there with the head. Then automatically I said, things are not okay. So I called one of my boys. By the way, out of the two boys, only one could help. He turned down. The other one, and I repeat, he said this, mimi sikujali. Na sitakujali. I don't know whether I've spoken good Kiswahili, but I'm quoting. So he was completely nowhere. But this one, when I called him, then we now held her and put her on the bed. But when we put her on the bed, you can tell, motionless. So the boy was with her hand. Then we are like, Mom, is all well? Then I remember I just left. I said, I'm coming. So I went to a friend of mine. There's a friend of mine who knew all about it. And I just told her, so and so, whatever, if you are cooking, leave. Let's go. So when we went back, she checked. And then there's a nurse also there. She told her, Mama Daisy, I'm coming back. So she went and came with the nurse. And when the nurse came and checked, then told me it's normal. So before I reached there, I told you there are so many things she did. I may not talk all of them, but at one time I told you then she could still bathe. So when she went to the bathroom, it was you had to like push her. So when she went to the bathroom, she locked. I didn't think it was bad. At around 8, do you know, up to 2 o'clock in the night, she was in that bathroom. She locked. So like that. So she was standing there. It is locked. She hadn't removed her clothes. She wasn't bathing. She was praying. And I remember her very words all the time, God forgive me. God forgive me. I want to believe she was talking of God forgive me from the way she had been seeing me. I want to believe. So the prayer, God forgive me. God forgive me. So when it happened like that, like I told you, my boys were not for it. I kept on saying, this girl has been there. Why so for so long? Mom, let her, she will be there. Then I said, no. So I told myself, and it is me. I got those tools and found a way of opening that. I spoiled the handle, pushed the door open. That's when I got her out.
Let me ask you something. Is there any moment you sat down with her and you told her like you forgave her and you're okay?
Oh yes, remember the day she came to me telling me all those things. I told her, Daisy, there is nothing wrong. In fact, I told her, thank you for seeing the house. I'm so happy. And then when she talked to me, why would I send you away? Are you not my child? Have you always not been living with me? Why would I take you? So I didn't go into explanation. Then I told her, if there is anything that is wrong or that you feel that there is nothing wrong. Because there is no day she had done anything wrong to me so that I can say I've forgiven you. Yeah. Now, all I can tell you, I'm not a doctor. But this depression, from what I know, there is hospital. But from what I know, the dawas that they give there, they quell the effects of whatever is happening, like violence, like talking. Some they'll give her, if she was hyper, she can sleep. I hope you are getting me. The drugs quell that. But this depression is internal. It is actually what is inside. And from what I know, if you talk it out, it can leave you. But you would never talk it out. Because how many counselors did I go to? Of course, expensive. I took her. I did my very best. I took her to normal hospitals, psychiatric hospital, counselors. But she would not talk out. And I remember the counselors would tell me she would not talk out. So it continued. It was deep.
The process of losing your daughter, how did it change your life?
It changed my life because it's something that will never go away. And I know I'm the only one who thinks of her every single day. And I keep on saying, and I realize that to me, the worst pain is the loss of a child, and especially to the mother. We lose people, but the child alone, that is the worst. So it changed. Okay, how did it? You're asking after the loss.
Yes. After the
I
loss.
can also talk about something before I come to that. Because of her period of sickness, I became financial. I work. But Edwin, there were days there was nothing to indicate that I work. I'm on payroll. And I'll tell you that finances went completely down. And I will say here, and if they are watching me, I still thank them. It was normal for me to ask people for money. I would ask. And let me tell you the truth, and I keep on saying it. At that time, 100, 500 was money. So if you gave me 100, 500, somebody would think it is 500. To me, it is 5,000. So many friends, many people helped me. So it was normal for me to ask. In other words, I talked of peace and appetite, this and that. Finances went completely down until right now that I can say things are picking. I believe you know. So that was the main issue, finances, the sickness, and afterwards, the loss.
Okay, let me ask you this. What would you like other parents to know about depression in young people?
Thank you very much. When I talk of depression, and I shall say that is the reason I'm happy to be here, I'm here to cause awareness, to create awareness. I would like my message here should go to parents and children. When I say children, in brackets, Daisy. The reason why I'm saying that, when we get married, some circumstances are inevitable or unavoidable. The issue of separation, and remember there is separation, there can be divorce, there can be death, and so on. So all that is separation. But you still remain the father or the mother of Daisy, okay? So why am I talking to you parents? I want you to shield your problems from your children. Remember, the problem is between you and Mr. and Mrs., okay? Those children, you are blessed. They are children, they remain yours. So I would like the parents to avoid incorporating them. It is like when there is a movie, there is a cast. See, there are people who are acting. So don't include your child in your problems. When I say that, don't take your child, elbow your child and do what is called brainwashing by telling them your mother is this. This was the father, but even mothers do it. Your father is this one, is this way. Your mother is this. Oh, you are doing that to hit at her, but you don't know what you are doing to this child. So I would like the parents to shield, sort out your problem, shield this child, let them reach the age of 18 when they are adults. Then let them decide. Those are to parents.
Okay, what message?
Okay.
Continue.
The number 2, children. I've said when I say children in brackets, Daisy. I would also like you to live and treat your parents in a neutral way. And I repeat, that parent, even if they separate, is yours forever. So even if you are being told here and there, I've already told the parents, you can listen and let it pass. You can listen, so don't project. Because if you listen and you keep it there, it will remain in your heart and it will come out the way it came in Daisy. So I'm saying avoid that so that you don't become Daisy. The parents, avoid that so that you don't undergo or suffer from what happened in my in my life. And then another thing, it is not just parents alone. They are also the young blood who have not yet married. You will one day get married. So even when you get married, please go with what I'm telling you. Sort out your issues on your own. Leave the child alone. Protect them from being Daisy.
Okay.
That is my main reason for being here.
Protect them from being Daisy. What advice would you give someone who is battling depression right now?
If you are battling depression, what I've said, it is something internal. If you can reach out to someone and talk to, and again, this someone, it can't just be anybody. If you can identify, outside here, we have, there is a difference between listening and hearing. There are those who hear, but there are those who listen. So the best is to talk it out, to reach out, to say something, so that we are told, there is this saying that says a problem shared is a problem half solved.
Yes.
So naturally, if you can remove it and share with somebody, part of it will go.
Very nice.
Family, they helped me. And it's not just family. They are friends. They are neighbors. They are what we call acquaintances. So I'll let you know, I think I told you my immediate home, my entire home, they are not there. I have sisters only, but we would talk. But I have cousins. I can say my home has cousins. They are there. I have nephews. They would come. His people, her father's people, they were with me. The truth, when you separate, remember not everybody is for you. There are some for you. So indeed, there are those who stayed with me from his people. Stayed with me all those years from the year 2002. So we've been talking. And I keep on saying, and I will thank them, in most of these marriages, people see sisters-in-law as bad. Believe it or not, the sisters, my friends, up to tomorrow. So they've been with me. And then the brothers, by the way, there's one brother who is a doctor in Australia. So every time things were happening, siku hizi there is WhatsApp. If it is MRI, you send. He's a doctor. So he would help me, he would tell me, go here, do this, send, do this, send. So when he would come, one time, and I really thank him wherever he is, he would come from that country to Kisumu and then just called me and came from Kisumu. To and fro, came to see you. So in short, they were with me.
What misconceptions about depression do you wish people understood better?
Yes. The depression, number one, I'll say, majority. Even me, if not for this, I would not have known, but I was able to use Google. So the misconception many people think of, they don't understand. And that's why I'll tell you, and I can assure you, when this was happening, there are those who believe, I don't know Kiswahili, but somebody has bewitched.
Amerogwa.
I don't know Kiswahili. So there is that. So I'll tell you that is a misconception. So they are not seeing it in this other side. So many people don't understand depression. And again, one thing, the reason why I'm here, many people are ashamed. My child is being tied. My child is walking. What will people say? So that is another issue that is there. So why I'm telling you that is that when such an issue comes in, of course, when you talk to people, and I say you must know who you are talking to, and there is a difference between hearing. When you talk to people here, there are those that you hear, there are those you listen to. The ones you are hearing, you should siphon and know these ones are not okay. Because in such a situation, and I tell you what was happening, there are those who are there telling you, take to, is it muganga? So that it must be somebody ndiye amefanya this thing, take to mganga. So I listened. I listened, but there are those I heard. There is muganga, there is medical, there is counseling. So what I said, and I've even written in my article, I chose medical. I chose counseling. And then I added prayer. There is a difference between prayer and the muganga part. Are you getting?
I'm getting you.
So prayer. But with prayer, you go to the doctor. Let the doctor do something and add with prayer. So the misconception mainly, and what I was able to get from some people, is that this and this happened, take. So it depends on your choice.
All right. So what advice would you offer to parents who suspect their child is silently suffering? Because now there are people he has a child and it is just, it's silent. Yeah.
Okay. If you suspect, it is good you have suspected. And sometimes when you suspect, nowadays I know everything, I can really see. Don't go fast. can say you can use, let me use the staircase. You know, staircase, you step as you go. So use that time to bring that person and begin by questioning. So the manner in which you talk, the manner in which you handle will let you know what is going on. But we are different, and again, we don't know about depression. There are those, for example, you see the child has maybe beaten somebody. That person has beaten. You know the reaction. Some of us might begin by beating them. And if it is something that is happening, you ought to sit back and now start asking, why do you think this is going on? So try and investigate. So let us not rush into certain actions.
Wow. What do you wish would have been available to your daughter that might have made a very, very big difference, maybe?
When she was sick?
Yeah, what do you wish would have been available? Anything that would have been available that could have made it a difference during that moment in time that she was now battling depression.
Okay, there are two things. Number one, I told you about the father.
Yeah.
So indeed, she missed the father, and unfortunately he passed on. But I want to believe if he had not passed on, this thing would not have, because she would have continued with the whatever he used to give her. So it is the death of the father is unavoidable. So I believe that would have. I want to believe it may not have gone into that. He would have continued doing all those things, but because he is there, maybe it would not have come out. Because the issue is, when I talk of depression, I've told you I've done a lot of research. That kind of behavior, I know some are substance and drug abuse. Then there is alcoholism, and then there is family issues. And I read and I know family issues like the loss or separation. So for her, it was the loss of the father. So that's what I feel. Maybe if he was still there, maybe it wouldn't have calculated into that.
Madam Mary, you're a very strong lady. Eh? Now, what gives you the strength to share your story publicly?
The strength to share my story in public, one, it is not only me and Daisy. And whatever I saw in my house, I know is happening in several houses. Even there are those who are watching now, they know they are doing it. So if you are that father, if you are that mother doing that, please stop. So my strength is that I speak it out, I cause awareness, because I would hate the very same. Death is there, but some can be avoided. So this one can be avoided.
Sometimes when you sit back and relax and think about all the episodes, everything that you went through with Daisy, what do you think you'll have done different? If now, there's now what you know, Cindy, what do you think you'll have done different that maybe you didn't do?
During that time, I believe I did everything. All I can say, let me say that from the beginning, like others, I also still didn't understand her. So I was aggressive also.
With her?
Then with the time, and I keep on saying, I kept reading, that's when I started cutting. So I keep on saying, I wish I had done that from the very beginning. Maybe sometimes I say, maybe because I didn't do that, maybe that is why. But when I now came to understand, I was completely with her. I hope I've answered the question well.
Yeah, you have. I want you to talk to the parents out here. As your parting shot. I want you to take 2-3 minutes, talk to parents about upbringing and also about raising. Because you are a teacher. And nowadays, you are a professional teacher. Nowadays, parents are so busy. And the teachers, apparently, they are the one that nowadays practically are raising the kids.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So talk to us about that.
Okay, thank you again. I'm happy you've talked of the teacher raising the kids. I am a teacher. That is my certificate says teach. But I have so many roles. I'm not the only one. We have so many roles. You are a teacher. You are a parent. You are a counselor. Because at the end of the day, it is not just the teaching. If you just teach alone and leave this other part, no, because the truth is there's so much we get from these students from home. And most problems are from home. So what I'm telling you, there are so many issues these students discuss with us. So as a teacher, I happen to know a lot in that home, what is going on. So that is why the child, and that is why some of them have indiscipline cases, misbehavior. So if you are not so careful, you can be punishing. But we have done that on many. At times there is this child who is forever being punished. But every time they want to be punished. So once in a while you call that child, sit them down, then they open for you. So what I'm saying as a parent, be with that child. Take your time with that child.
Know your child.
Know that child. Know that child. That is why you will prevent so many things. Because what I know, it's not all, but many parents, some of them, it's hands off, and especially some with money. And some, what I know, there are some places where there are big houses. When we have big houses, people have their rooms. Some parents, we know them. Some parents have left. See, the child has the room. See, money is there. So you don't know what they are doing in this room also. So as a parent, be there. We are busy, but find time. Find time so that at one time you sit with your children, you are able to know their pros and cons. Find out what kind of friends do they have. What is it? Something like that.
Mary, thank you so much for gracing our studio today and sharing with us the painful path that you went through with your daughter. And I believe there are so many people that will be informed and have been informed now. And if there's somebody out there who has a child that is going through whatever days you went through, can they reach you and you help them out?
Yes.
So you can help us with your number then.
0723 99 1196. 0723 99 1196.
96. You're telling me something that you're about to retire. What do you want to do post-retirement?
Thank you so much. Post-retirement, you have to do something, because if you're an idle man, you know. The truth is, I would like to do something like, if I had an opportunity where I could be talking to people on issues, for example, this one, I would really appreciate something like that.
Something like that.
Yes.
Now, I want to tell you that once you reach there and you want it, you have my number.
Thank you so much.
I'll offer you that. I'll do it for you that. So that at least that we continue her legacy. At least you continue her legacy. And at least you continue also educating women out there that are,
and even men,
and men also that are out there with the kids that maybe they want this, or that are going through, men, women, because now sometimes there are a lot of things that are happening. Breakups can cause depression, loss of job can cause depression, a lot of things. So I think they will benefit a lot with the information that you can give them. And also the help that you can also accord them. Yeah, so I'll help in that aspect.
Thank you.
So I just want to thank you so much for today. Asante sana. Kuna kitu nataka kuongezea?
Yes.
Kindly do.
Thank you so much, Edu. I would also like to really appreciate, you don't know what you've done for me. I have looked for this occasion, this chance for so long, from the year 2024. And when I called you, so thank you so much. I would also like to thank, I kept on talking, and I remember I told you of an uncle of mine who plucked me from the village. Let me use this opportunity, because my aunt will watch. My uncle died, but I would like to really tell that auntie of mine, she is the reason, they are the reason why I am able to sit and speak English.
Very nice.
So I really thank them.
Kabisa.
And before that, I can also thank, when I was undergoing that, all the people who are with me. Many people are with me. So wherever you are, I still thank you. Thank you.
The number is down there below, guys. If you want to reach out, Madam Mary, if you have someone that is going through depression, Madam Mary is there. You can call her number. Ataongea na wewe, she will help you. She has told me that you told me that you've done a lot of research. You have a lot of articles that you've written. I even
have an article I've read. In fact, if there's a way it can go somewhere, I've done. I've written. I'm not a doctor, but because I'm not a doctor, I had to use the Google for the medical terms. I've written the way. So if somebody would like to read that, I have it.
Sawa. Guys, that has been Madam Mary, with such an incredible story of what she went through with her daughter battling depression. And sometimes it's very, very heartbreaking when you have someone that you love so much and you see her in such a state. So if you need some help with her, the number is down there below. So till next time. Asante sana, madam.
Thank you.
Asante sana.